Good morning. Just having fun pushing buttons there. Got a lot of little videos in here. Early stream today. Thank you to everyone who can make it. Today is Finn's book fair at his school. So that's happening like right when I would typically do the stream. And I'm not missing the book fair. It's always a blast. So I appreciate everybody who can make it. And if you're catching on the rewind, a big shout out to you. It should be some cool stuff to look at today. It's an amazing week in comics. There's some really cool stuff. And got this awesome giveaway for today, even though we're running it early. So that might mean if the numbers are lower today than normal, you might have a better shot at winning. We've got the brand new issue of Aquaman, that beautiful, beautiful Aquaman 3 variant. That's the artist Tula Lote. I did a Mira variant for, I believe it was issue 2, maybe. And a lot of people really liked it. I got a lot of feedback on that one. So I grabbed the other one. I'm a big Mira fan, one of my favorite lovely ladies at the DC universe. Something about the Atlanteans. They got good genes, like the red hair. And also today is a really cool day for Swamp Thing fans. We've got the reprint of Swamp Thing issue number 37 in a beautiful, beautiful, bright, vibrant, brand new cover there. And that's the first appearance of Constantine. There's also a foil variant of one of those out there. And then I think the artist's name is Mondo or something like that. There's a version of it too it's like an homage of itself, like it's a reprint, but the cover's done by a different artist. It was really, really interesting. I was digging it. I was definitely digging it. So let's also remind the chat, I do have the super chat goals up for today. Again, I know the number's gonna be low today, but if we hit 5 super chats at $2 or more, we'll extend the giveaway. I picked up more Ollie's packs, and I picked up a bunch of collected volumes. We've got, so if you win, you can pick from Superman, Batman, Aquaman, or Swamp Thing. I was managed to find one Alan Moore Swamp Thing collected volume. So if we hit that stretch goal, we'll throw in one of those items. It'll be up to the chat or the winner to pick which one. And also, lastly, big announcement. Sector 2815 announced it, but I do the deep dive, the DC deep dive over there with him on his channel that comes out every Monday. We'll have Jeremy Adams on for a special episode next week. That'll be Thursday night, I believe we're doing it live, if I'm not mistaken, but Thursday the 20th. So make sure you check the description of any and all my videos. I have Sector's little @ down there. You can just click it, go over, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And let's say hey to some of the folks in here, and then we're rocking and rolling. We got Las Cruces. Good morning. Good to see you back, homie. You've definitely been in my thoughts. Definitely, man. I'm glad to see you back, homie. We got Brian in here. He just took some of my money last night. I got the email. Late last night, I got an email that said, Brian has taken your money. So I backed his Kickstarter for issue 2 of his book called The Doctor. It was fully funded. So they took my money. So send me my book, Brian. Send me my book, Brian. Congrats to you of getting that successful Kickstarter out there. We got Dell Suspense in the building. What is going on, homie? You got those custom emojis. You get access to those by hitting that join button down below, becoming a channel member. Wellbore, what's up? What's up? Hello, Christina Payne. Good to see you in here. White Tiger Triple C, what is going on, my friend? How are you? I have Comic Issues is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? People saying that hellos. Ronnie Johnson, what is going on? Hey. We got ABX in the building. I was just there watching live for a change. Yeah, maybe the earlier time is going to be helpful to some. Judging from, I can see the live viewers, it is significantly less. I was wondering how the morning would do. I know that 2 p.m. slot people are just used to, so I feel bad for missing it today, but I'm not missing Finn's book fair. That's a blast. Faith and Misery, hello, my friend. Good to see you in here. Hello. Remember to hit the thumbs up. Yes, it helps with the eternal battle against the YouTube algorithm. JMed, what's going on? This is a new time for just for today. Next week, back to normal. I don't know if anyone noticed, for like my recorded videos I do that come out on like Mondays and Wednesdays, I even shifted those to releasing at 2 p.m. just for kind of some consistency on the channel. 2 p.m. is the sweet spot. I like it. But yeah, Ben Compton is in the building. What's up, homie? How are you today? Yeah, congrats to Brian. I want my $2. Well, get your $2. I think I gave you like 40 something dollars, maybe 50 something. I don't know, however much it was to get all the covers. Used to love going to book fairs with my girls. Yeah, dude, they're a blast. They are super fun. And at Finn School, you get to go in there and eat lunch with them beforehand. So like the time that you do the book fair is just whatever time their lunch is, you go to lunch, and then you after lunch you meander up to the library to the book fair. And it really is fun. I have a good time with it. And he's excited about it. Like anything that gets like the kids excited and into books and stuff, like you gotta really push for that, right? Let's see if I can pull up this picture. Do 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 do. So I had a couple of cool pictures in the last day or so. Let's see if they actually have a good one on here. Nope. People are always trying to mess up things. Leave well enough alone. We have this really cool picture James Gunn posted yesterday. I want to share with people and show it. It's kind of a continuing the weird rollout of all the Superman stuff, if you ask me. I don't feel like this film has been protected and like left to be like grand and epic with how they just kind of just show all kinds of stuff. And James Gunn put up a post where he was talking about how he was kind of miserable on set. And I don't know to what degree he means miserable, like the way I would think of it, but he was talking about all the set leaks and stuff happening all the time that was bumming him out. And then he went yesterday and posted his own. It's not a set leak, but it's a photo from set. He was wishing a happy birthday to the actor playing Mr. Terrific. And we got this really cool photo. Got Lois Lane there behind him with her little hand fan. But that suit looks awesome. And of all the people's suits in this movie, granted, we haven't seen Metamorpho proper yet. We got that little tease and he looked amazing, but they really knocked Mr. Terrific suit out of the park. It just looks fantastic. Like that's just absolutely spot on. Spot on. But didn't know if other people saw that. And they also shared another photo of the character, the engineer, who was originally a character from the Authority, the Wildstorm Jim Lee stuff that came over to DC when Jim Lee did. And again, a not flattering photo, like her laying on the ground, passed out in the baseball stadium where you get the little clip of Ultraman and Superman fighting. So it's all these unflattering, like unprofessional poses. Like, you remember the day like when they would like do promo work, like promo posters and stuff like that, so that they looked good, they were edited, they were polished, and they were released to like incite in excitement, to get you pumped, get you hyped. It's kind of like the opposite of that now. It's been so unique. And I know that DC hired that marketing guru to come in and work on this, but like when does he start? When does he start? Because no matter what, they're gonna get my money. I'm gonna go see it. I'll probably see it twice. It comes out the week before I leave for vacation. And I'll be on the island for 10 days, but there is a small movie theater on the island, and we always hit a movie while we're there. It's a blast. So we'll probably go see Superman a second time. But is it going to win the general audience over? A lot of this is getting memed at this point. That's not good. Not good. We need a report from the book fair. How many comic titles for sale? They always have like a kid's Superman or Batman or Spider-Man thing, but no floppy copies. I love how comics help me make sense, but also escape my world when necessary. Absolutely. Absolutely. What is going on, Scotty? Got SVon82 in the building. Hope you're doing good today. Good to see you. Yeah. So let's start looking at some of the books that come out this week. It's a big week for books for me. I've been trying to get my pool list under control. And not necessarily under control, but there's like a lot of stuff that I find myself adding. There's so much cool stuff happening through like the indie publishers as well as DC. Of course, my DC pool list is always kind of bigger than the rest. And I noticed this week, now some of the books are still like distribution nightmares. Like it all, the dust hasn't all settled from that yet. So I can't ever pinpoint what week what releases on unless it's a DC book, because that comes from Lunar and that's always shipped on the correct week. But the rest of it is kind of just I don't know if it's this week or last week kind of stuff. But I noticed like my books from this week, the independents outnumbered the DC books, which was impressive. I have the Energon universe stuff I'm all in on. I've got the Ghost Machine stuff I'm all in on. The Miller World stuff I'm all in on, and just jumped on the Blade Forger stuff from the Miranda brothers, which I highly recommend any and everybody check out, especially if you're a fan of We Live. But DC is still rocking and rolling and doing amazing things, and their Absolute line is about to expand 3 more titles in the next month. We've got Flash coming out, Martian Manhunter coming out, and Green Lantern coming out. And I believe Flash and Martian Manhunter have already set like or shown or shared their sales data. They're like hundreds of thousands of copies pre-ordered for Flash. Martian Manhunter is already an instant hit with like 160,000 copies pre-ordered already. But it's wild. So I'm trying to trim some fat if I can. If I can. Like the Energon G.I. Joe book is one that I was contemplating because I'm more of a Transformers fan. But then I want that connected story. And Ghost Machine, I'm not dropping a single title. And that's a lot of books right there. Geiger, Redcoat, Rook, Hornsby and Halo, Hyde Street, the Rockefellers. They're about to have the Hyde Street spinoff Sisterhood for a miniseries. Rook is about to return. First Ghost is about to launch. There's all kinds of stuff happening with Ghost Machine. And then you have the Hanna-Barbera characters making a comeback. Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, the Herculoids just dropped. There's just so much good stuff out there right now. If you're thinking about getting into comics, there hasn't ever been a better time that I can think of in my life. And it's not just a Marvel DC thing. Marvel's trash right now. There's no getting around that. There might be titles that I enjoy, but I don't enjoy it because it's a good example of quality product. I enjoy it because I'm biased to certain characters and I'm going to want that next chapter no matter what. And that's the same thing that I try to apply to DC right now. I'm not loving Green Arrow, so I think I'm going to have to drop that one. And Flash hasn't been good since Cy Sperrier came on to the title. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to drop that one. And that'll leave me still with an excessive number of books on my pull list. I'm going to keep trying new titles that they drop, though. And we're going to see I don't think there's any new ones that drop this week, but let's go ahead and dive in and see what is out this week. So first up, not a single Absolute title is getting dropped off my list. Not near one of them. And Absolute Superman issue number 5 is a perfect example of why. This is the best issue of this yet. The best issue of it yet. Mind-blowing good. This is the one that a lot of us have been waiting on. This is the one that if Absolute Superman was low on your Absolute list, this is going to elevate it. This one's been paced so differently than Batman, which is kind of like the slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, in your face, wild action one. And then you've had Absolute Wonder Woman that's kind of balanced with a soft touch of the flashbacks with the wildness of dealing with that giant kaiju. But Absolute Superman has been a little bit more traditional in the sense of its storytelling. And this is a big issue right here. It's a huge issue. A lot of action, fast-paced, forward-moving plot in both stories, the flashback and the current. There's a lot going on in this. A lot of questions are answered about stuff that we've been curious about with this Superman character, and is definitely leaving us wanting more in a big way. After that big reveal at the end of issue 3, and it pretty much revealed a question more than anything at the nursing home. Looks like we're heading in the direction of an answer. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for people to read this. I'm excited to talk about this one. This one is this is a banger. This is my favorite Absolute title out right now. I'm loving all three of them. Absolute Batman's number 3 on my list, but Superman and Wonder Woman are fighting for that number 1 spot. They're all high recommendations from me, but Superman, my bias just takes over. That Rafael Sandoval art is just exceptional. It's great. This week won't help getting your pool under control. No, it will not. No, without what is going on. Blue Hellion Comics is in the building. Good to see you, homie. Ghost Machine books seem pretty good. They're amazing. They're amazing. I think they're the best thing happening in comics right now. Pound for pound, dollar for dollar, you won't find better quality comic books than Ghost Machine out there right now. That's it. I mean, look at the creators alone. Like the greatest living comic legends of the last few decades all came together like butt cheeks and created their own. So expect the best of the best. Great paper quality, great storytelling, great artwork, consistency. It's just really great. And the feeling of having something original and new that you're getting to be a part of an experience from the ground level is super fun. Super fun. Classic comics. Yeah. I'm loving Absolute Superman, but I realize I need the Sugary World of Superman to read concurrently. The Sugary World of Superman to read concurrently. Dude, all the Superman stuff is really solid right now. Action Comics is doing that thing still with the Superstars where it's like 3-issue story arcs, but Inaki Miranda is on the interiors of Action right now. He's got one more issue, the one that just came out last week, I believe, or this week. Coming out this week. Maybe it comes out this week. We'll see in a second. Space Ghost has been a fun read for sure. Yeah, every issue of that has been stellar. Dude, did you read the most recent one with a Space Spectre showing up. Holy potatoes. What a read. What a read. Starship Hulk was an example of Marvel trash. Yeah, 1000%. 1000%. Absolute Superman brings that golden age spirit back in a lot of ways. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, he's not like the beacon of hope. He's not the poster child of superheroes. He's this mysterious guy kind of going around and is getting the bandits. ASM is a better example. Yeah, it's another one. Yeah. Love the covers for the Absolute. Yeah, they've been stellar. Stellar. Yeah, Brian is no ASM apologist. That's a great example of how I feel about some stuff. Like I pick up some stuff that I don't recommend to other people. Like, there's a difference in me picking it up for me and me having the confidence to recommend someone else spend their money on it. But I think Brian's right there with ASM. He wants to collect it. That's his character. He's not a fair weathered fan, but he's not going to say, "Hey, you should check this out." That's a huge problem in any industry. You want your customers. The customers are ultimately the bank. You got to keep the bank happy. We're the bank. Keep us happy. And we'll help you sell your books just on excitement alone. Did any other DC Absolutes come out yet besides the Holy Trinity? Nope, not yet. Next one up is Flash, and then Martian Manhunter, then Green Lantern. I might have those in reverse order, but they're popping this month, expanding this month. Flash, Manhunter, and another drop soon. Yeah, Green Lantern with Joe Mullins. Possibility that they might be pulling the Hal Jordan villain thing too. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that this early on. If you want to parallax something, I get it. Parallax was freaking awesome. There we go. There it is. Action Comics issue 1084. This is the final one that John Ridley's writing. Spit on the floor. My least favorite DC writer to ever write a DC comic, John Ridley, for numerous reasons. But this hasn't been bad. It really hasn't. Not going to lie. This is his third issue. It's a 3-issue story arc. That's how these Action Comic Superstar books go. Guest creators come in and just do 3 issues. We've had some really stellar ones. Gail Simone's was awesome. Mark Waid came in. There was a Jason Aaron one that kicked it off with this amazing Bizarro story with John Timms on the art. But we got Inaki Miranda drawing Action Comics for the first time, which is a treat. I'm a big Inaki Miranda fan from We Live. He's been on Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons, Son of Giants, old, 2000 AD artist. He's big name of the game for a long time. So it's cool getting to see his take on the big guy. It's been enjoyable in that aspect. And the story is pretty fun, what they're doing with it. It's just it's kind of a personal story in a sense that Superman is checking in with would-be reformed villains, that someone is messing with these villains that are trying to get on the straight and narrow, and they're coming back and coming after Superman with like having lost all hope. Their world is what it is and they can't ever change kind of thing. So it's been pretty good in that sense. John Ridley always wants to write these deep philosophical stories touching on these concepts that don't necessarily pertain to the character he's writing. So a mischaracterization in a lot of ways. And he almost hit that again with this first chapter in this, which he absolutely did, but we didn't harp on it. We moved past it. So, slap his wrist and keep on reading kind of thing. You can't handle the truth. Superman is on the verge of discovering who's been luring reformed villains back to the life of crime. But the question remains, why? When he tries to convince Scorch to help him, they're ambushed by a mysterious organization that holds the answers he's searching for. Is Superman ready to face the truth? I think he is. He stays ready. All right, J-Man, take it easy, homie. I recommend that Mark just take over Marvel. Nah, promoting more crossovers with DC. Yeah, that's how it would go probably. Just if my advice to Marvel is just give DC their cut and just publish Amalgam comics. But then they'd probably just ruin Amalgam, and God, that'd break my heart. Been waiting since I was a kid for more Amalgam comics. Got a brand new Batman and Robin issue number 19, one that's not on my pull list. It's no secret there's a lot of Batman books out there, so you can definitely find one for your style and flavor. Philip Kennedy Johnson's writing this one. He's a pretty solid writer. I love what he did on Action Comics. He brought Superman back from the Bendis era in so many ways. He gave us the War World saga. I would swear by Philip Kennedy Johnson. And then his Hulk run, I was super excited for it. Started strong, and it just hasn't been consistent. It's okay. It's not going to be one that I tell anyone to go read, but I'm having a good time reading it. Going from Al Ewing to Donny Cates, like almost broke my neck with how much whiplash that was. And then getting Philip Kennedy Johnson, it was so hopeful for so long, but it's kind of like that fire is kind of dimmed out. So Philip Kennedy Johnson isn't necessarily a writer that I just chase his work like I do with other ones. There's certain writers I chase their work. Jeremy Adams, Rom V, more from their era of creators coming into the game. But I've been digging his Hulk stuff. I don't know. I want more out of it, I guess. So I didn't rush over to check out Batman and Robin. I haven't heard anyone saying any bad stuff about it. It's up to 19 issues. PKJ hasn't been writing it from the start, but that's a solid run so far, so that's not bad. John Wise, we got Avoid Rival 17 out this week. I've been loving that. Loving every issue of it. Batman Dark Patterns. So this is one that's this has had some interesting feedback. Now, I'm not reading it. I was going to let some issues come out. I am an ultra tier subscriber to the DC Universe Infinite app, so a lot of this stuff I could just go and read on the tablet a month after it comes out. And despite being able to do that, I 99% of the time I don't even do it. Whenever I go to pick up that tablet to read something, I end up going and just binge reading an old event or something like that. I do use it a good bit, but I'm terrible about keeping up with new stuff on it. I need to do better. But this is the Dan Waters, and who's the artist on this? Yeah, Hayden Sharon, the same artist that's doing Wonder Woman, the Absolute Wonder Woman. But it's had some decent feedback. Issue 1 and 2 had some positive feedback. I think I heard a lot of people were like bailing on 3. I'm not sure what happened with it or why. Not sure how many issues this is meant to go. Your classic early days of Batman kind of story. With Dan Waters on it, that's an artist about that same time. He's, in my mind, I always group him as like a horror writer. He's good with the horror stuff. So maybe this is going to be solid. If I hear some more good stuff about it, I might go back and remember to check it out. Again, I'm terrible at checking it up. What is going on, Tony? Good to see you here, homie. Hello, hello. What is going on? House of L is in the building. Good to see you, Donovan. Marvel CEO. How do we make better comics, Mark? Write more Dark Claw. Yeah. Give me Lobo the Duck. Thorion. Any way to buy the Doctor with PayPal? That's a good question. What is going on, Austin LeMay? Good to see you in here, brother. I love creating my own amalgam characters. My favorite is a mix of Squirrel Girl and Man Bat. Oh, nice. Girl Squirrel. Yeah. That's a good one. Let's see. Three Good Nerds. What is going on, homie? The Batman cover looks great. I like that a lot. Yeah, it is a really solid cover. I like how you can see his fist balled up in his cape. Like the cape is draped over his hand. So he's like super on point, ready. Make a reading to-do list that you can check off. Well, that's the thing. Like I have whenever I get to that point, I'm always like paper book. I don't know. I'm just not very well trained in the digital thought process yet. Despite having had that app since 2018, I still have a stack of books over here that I don't know how they're accumulated. I've got like a stack that I need to burn through still, but it's not a bad idea. But I feel like the list is just going to get massive. I'm gonna start doing that. What is going on, Pop Pop? Sneaking in early today. Yeah, I got to get in before the book fair. And thank you for picking Monkey up from school for us. People saying that hello. You should be able to use it for payment via Kickstarter. There you go, Tony. Just go on Kickstarter and just change your payment method at checkout time. It's got you covered. Look at that. All right, let's see what we got. Dark Patterns is out this week. Again, I don't know how many issues that's going to go. Geiger issue number 12 out this week with the this awesome Ash Arden cover. She looks pretty wicked. It makes her look a lot older than she appeared in the book too. Gary Frank put some years on that face. I'm excited to dive into that. That character introduction has got me very interested. I'm very interested. I was lucky to get the previous issue second print that featured her first cover appearance. I do try to get those Ghost Machine keys. I'm a big Ghost Machine fan, but my most hyped book of the week is definitely Aquaman issue number 3. I'm a sucker for Jeremy Adams. When I was talking about those writers that I just trust, follow, recommend at all costs, Jeremy Adams is at the top of the list when it comes to DC Comics. He gave us like one of the coolest Flash runs in years. He's given us an amazing Green Lantern run right now. He did the Jay Garrick miniseries, which was phenomenal. And now he's on to Aquaman, and I'm loving every single panel of it. This issue is no exception. He's digging deep into the lore of Aquaman and bringing some concepts to the surface. And not only that, he's digging deep into the DC Comics concept. If you are a fan of the The storytelling aspects that Alan Moore introduced with Swamp Thing, even some of that is brought into this series. We've been introduced to the green. We've been introduced to the red, the gray. We're getting introduced into the blue in this one. Highly recommend this one, and it has a lot of ties to what's going on in the greater DC continuity with the DC All-In Special, the air quotes death of Darkseid, the creation of the Alpha World, aka Elseworld, aka the Absolute World, and where Darkseid went. We're finally seeing hints of him coming back in the most recent issue of Superman. The Absolute Legion of Superheroes showed up in the main DC universe. Haven't seen them since that All-In Special. And then the disappearance of Atlantis through the Stargate, shaped like the Omega symbol. Where is Darkseid? Is Aquaman getting linked to him? Is this some of this Parliament forces still tapping into some of that Elseworld energy? I'm excited to find out more. I love this issue. John Tim's art is always a treat. For me, it's like this bombastic but classic style feel of drawing these superheroes that I really, really dig. Again, his Jason Aaron work he did on Action Comics for that Bizarro story was amazing. Great artist. Hope Mira gets her water-bending powers back, though. I was curious, like, in that first issue with her riding shotgun with Arthur on top of that crashing airplane where she was coaching him, I was wondering if she did lose them because, like, from what I understand, he got her powers, but they didn't, like, kind of we didn't have her around long before they got disappeared through the Stargate, so yeah, she definitely needs her powers back. That's for sure. I don't want Arthur to lose them either, though. I want him to be able to access these abilities. I don't know. I like him having them too. I definitely like him having the hydrokinesis. What is going on, David? Every time I sit down for a comic session, I always find myself grabbing a paper book, even though I have digital apps. Yeah, I'm the exact same way. Exact same way. Your reading to-do list will be as big as your mail pile. Yeah. Announcement: new DC versus Marvel miniseries writer Mark Art Austin LeMay. That'd be cool. Austin, just start drawing amalgam characters. Absolute Batman #6 and Absolute Flash #1 are on 3/19. So next week we got a brand new Flash title dropping, which I'm excited about. I feel like those ASM fans that aren't happy with their main title and they're just looking for those alternatives. Again, I love the Jay Garrick miniseries. As soon as they took Jeremy Adams off Flash, they gave him a Jay Garrick miniseries. So it was like teasing the fans. But man, that miniseries was solid. But I'm very curious about this second wave of Absolute titles. They're very, very different than what we recognize and know from the main titles, which is a good thing. But, in for a penny, in for a pound. If you miss by an inch, you miss by a mile. We'll see what happens. What's going on, Joffrey? They did something like this before. Back in the 90s, Aquaman Connect with the Clear. Is that when he got the no, that was late 90s, maybe in early 2000s when he got the water hand. I know like the lady in the lake kind of person gave him that water hand after he got just completely wrecked in that last fight with the spear hand. But yeah, I don't know. I like the water powers for sure. All right, let's see. What do we got else on here? Yeah, Aquaman. Heavy recommend. And here's the variant from, how do you say this name? Tula Lote. Gorgeous artist. Just, I mean, look at the soft features. I love the colors, how they're not like super bright. Just great cover. Great cover. Let's see. Red Coat, issue number 10 out this week. Hype for that. We knew that we'd be getting her sooner or later. Annie Oakley on the cover there. And that first issue that they did with the wraparound cover, they kind of featured characters all through American history on it, like Sasquatch, Johnny Appleseed, Annie Oakley. So it's cool that as we're going, we're finally getting them. I like that they're not rushing it as well. It gives us stuff to look forward to, but really digging Simon Pure. Here we go. Green Lantern Corps issue number 2. Writer Jeremy Adams and Morgan Hampton. Got co-writers on this one. I'm glad that Jeremy is there. I imagine Jeremy's doing more scripting than anything. He is on the main Green Lantern title. He's on the Aquaman title. He just signed exclusive with DC Comics. He's doing big things with the Lantern Corps right now. And having a new writer in there, it's always good to pair them up with someone. It wasn't very long ago, a few years ago, that Jeremy Adams and Tim Sheridan entered DC Comics, and they were teamed up with none other than Jeff Johns for the Flashpoint Paradox miniseries. So it's always good to have someone help you out, to have someone there who's been in the trenches, has got all the little continuity things going on to help like flesh out a smoother story. I really enjoyed issue 1 of this. The whole concept of this title existing is the events happening in the Green Lantern title are massive. It's galaxy spanning. The entire emotional spectrum is still in turmoil, so much so that extreme fits of emotion can manifest abilities of the lanterns, even without a ring. And then you have the bad guys out for blood. They're out to control this fractured emotional spectrum. So they've split. Hal Jordan's gone one way, the Corps going another way. Same mission, different objectives. There's just too much to do at one time, so they created a secondary title. So if you're reading Green Lantern, you're probably going to want to keep up with this one. Now, the cover of this looks really slapsticky, which I'm not a big fan of slapsticky stuff. Like it just, like especially if our story is serious, our main title serious. Don't give me a companion title that's goofy and wonky and kiddie. Keep it consistent. Keep it consistent. But if you're a fan of Kyle, if you're a fan of Guy, you got Kilowog right there on the cover. They got Connell in this title right now. So if you're a fan of those 90s characters, this is where you can find some of them that don't get as much love these days. They're still there. It's not always in the forefront, but this title is giving them opportunity to get some forefront time. What is going on, Coco Love Chevy? Good to see you, homie. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing good. All right, let's see. Let's get back to the sea and boom. Green Lantern, the moon is following me. Hell Hunters is the Marvel title I'm picking up just for the Uncle Sal Ghost Rider. See what happens with that. Oh, I got a new Space Ghost this week. Nice. Unless that's pushed back. I feel like Space Ghost just came out. I'm loving those Matina covers. Let's see. DC vs. Vampires, World War V number 7. I guess this is going for 12 issues. That's a weird looking cover. Darkseid's huge right there. This is one I don't pick up. I typically love a good Elseworld story. I don't know. I feel like I'm betraying Deceased when I read this. I'm like, we've been here. We've done this in recent times even. So it's not one that draws me in. Tell you what does, though. The Space Ghost series has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. We're getting the Council of Doom after that last issue. So definitely looking forward to that. Can't stress this enough. Dynamite has just been on fire lately. Doing big things. Doing big things. Black Lightning miniseries issue number 5 out this week. This is one of the ones that spun out of the Justice League Unlimited series. That Justice League Unlimited is the backbone of continuity at DC Comics right now. We're getting a lot of ongoing titles that the story is spinning out of it, as well as a few limited titles. Black Lightning is one of them. The Atom Project is one of them. Let's see. Black Lightning and Lightning have fallen in battle as they are ambushed during their fight against Volcana and her Masters of Disaster. Desperate to help her father and sister, Anissa, Pierce breaks free from captivity in the Justice League Watchtower thanks to the help of Grace Choi. It's all been leading to this fateful confrontation on the streets of Southside Metropolis as the Pierce family come together to fight for each other and their community. When the dust settles, Jefferson is approached by none other than Josiah Power of the Power Company, who seek to recruit Black Lightning to face a growing threat lurking in the shadows of the DCU. Initially, this title kicked off with the premise that like the Lightning family are going out to try to find some individuals that are affected by the power swap, the inconsistent power dispersion after absolute power. And it sounds like it's picked up its own steam. So, and it also sounds like it's about to be feeding into another story. Knowing this is about to wrap up as a miniseries, I wonder if they're going to be sending something over to Powers or something. I don't know. What is going on, Flo Dameron? Good to see you and your homie. Hello. We are collecting with Durs, dropping that 24-month member milestone chat. Happy Tuesday, Legends. Finally kicked this influenza I had all weekend. Legion, ABX. I'm glad you're feeling better, homie. Got that con crud. What is up, Canadian survivalist? Good to see you and your homie. Hello. Let's see. We got anything? Got any other big hitters this week? Let's see. Helverine, shockingly, I didn't decide to pick up and roll with. I got issue 1 for a Mark Textera variant. That was about it. Flash Gordon is up to issue number 7. Mad Cave doing big things as well. Oh, yeah, this was awesome. I did see this one on the shop. There's a foil variant for Detective Comics number 31. Beautiful, beautiful book. The old Golden Age goodness foiled out of its mind. It does have a $10 price tag, $9.99. Worth every penny if you're a Batman collector and fan. You know, this is a big boy book. And it's cool when they do these reprints, especially of these like really expensive books, when they do them in foil. So it kind of sets them aside. You know, it makes it its own thing. But man, it looked really good. So someone finally made use of the Power Company characters. Glad to see him being brought back. Yeah. Yeah, DC's really, they're doing a lot right now. I got to give them credit. I'm digging a lot. Like probably this year has been like my favorite. The last 12 months, DC has just been kicking butt and taking names. Like I would have already put them above like the competition with the consistency in storytelling, the quality of storytelling. But they've got like, they've this all in era specifically is just really knocking it out of the park. What's going on, Kev? Good to see you in here, homie. Hello, hello. But yeah, Detective Comics issue 31 getting the foil treatment, the reprint treatment. Beautiful, beautiful copy. It looks fantastic. So be on the lookout for that. I bet they go fast. Here's one. Jupiter's Legacy finale issue number 5. This is it. This is it. Golly, 12 years worth of Jupiter's Legacy. Long breaks in between volumes. Netflix show, everything. I love this book. I love this story. It reminds me of like that idea that the OG comic creators had to let these characters in their lives change and evolve over time. You know, when Gwen Stacy died, she was meant to be dead forever. Stuff like that. But then like these characters get stereotyped. You know, Batman has to be alone. Batman has to be resistant to family. You know, he always has to be a millionaire. He can't get too old. Stuff like that. Jupiter's Legacy is an experiment in what if you do play the tape out. It says legacy for a reason. It goes back to the golden age of this Miller universe here and plays all the way to the present. So you see like kids become parents, become grandparents, and watch those grandkids take up the cape and so on and so forth. It's so unique. It's so wild. And this last volume here has been a long time waiting since volume 4. And in a sense, it hasn't disappointed. And in a sense, it's not what I expected to a 10th degree. This story gets massive by the time we get here. And the twist to the whole existence of these superheroes is heartbreaking in a sense. And it's one of those things when you're reading a Miller World book, no one's ever safe. No matter who you think the hero is, no matter who you think the main character is, no one's ever safe. So you find yourself making these connections with these characters and forgetting that this is a world where heroes can lose, characters can die, and nobody comes back. And it makes for rough reading sometimes, not quality wise, just the experience. It'll hit you. It'll get you in the gut. I definitely enjoy it. Are they bringing back the original Power Company individuals? All I saw in the one shot were different characters apart from the main man. I think it's different characters. I think they're using modern characters. Don't quote me on that though, but just based on that one shot, that's the vibe I got. And it looks like we got our first super chat for the day. Hit it. Dale Suspense dropping the $2 super chat. Hashtag We Are Legion. That's one. If we hit 5, we'll throw in one of those brand new collected volumes I picked up. I shared them out on Instagram too. Or you can throw an Ollie's pack into whoever wins the new DC Day giveaway. What is going on, Strange Dog Comics and stuff and wrestling? Good to see you in here. Hello, hello. What's up, brother John? Oh, John, glad you're here. I was talking to T-Dubs last night. Are you watching Severance? I need to know. I'm trying to get together a band of nerds like myself that just want to sit around and talk about Severance for a little bit because there's so much to talk that texting plays it short, and I've got to be driving Taylor Winder crazy. I know T-Dubs is in. Bearded Comic Bro said he would love to talk at any time. And I thought immediately, I'm like, I wonder if the Johns have seen it. Brother John's Comics with Kids. I need them to bring their perspectives to it. I love talking to you guys. It just happens that your names are John. Yeah, and I'm not necessarily saying like we do like some kind of like advertised live stream, but we just need to get together on a call or something or stream. We can stream it if y'all want, but we just need to talk about that show. It's amazing. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yes. So I'll definitely touching base with Taylor Winter, see when we have some free time, and I'll shoot you a message, because man, there's so much to discuss with that. If y'all aren't watching Severance, y'all need to be watching Severance. If you were ever a fan of the show Lost, if you were present for the show Lost, if you got to experience the phenomenon that was watching Lost, like while it aired, the water cooler aspect of it, the theorizing what could be happening, just how excited you were for the next episode to be given a little breadcrumb of a clue so that you can try to place that puzzle piece inside your head and make sense of what's going on and try to anticipate what could come next, just to have it usurped by the writers in the next episode in the most majestic way. Severance is doing all of that times 10. It's an experience, and I want to talk to people about it. Glad you're finally watching it only 3 years late. Hey, season 2 is actively coming out right now. Blame the writers and blame Apple for limiting access to their platform. So there's multiple factors that went in that. As soon as Apple opened back up their access, I have been binging and burning through stuff and playing catch up in fear that it'll take it away from me again. Silo, Mythic Quest, the new movies they're dropping. Now Severance. I got there, man. I got there. We all get there in our own time. Some quicker than others, right? But yeah, love Lost, and I just downloaded all the season 1 Severance. Will start today sometime. Yes, let's go. Get some extras in the giveaway. 4 more super chats. Dale's pushing for it. Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. We got about 10 more minutes. I don't do shrinking. Kyle was even catching up on that last night. I'm not against it. I know that it's another one of those ones that's highly recommended. Brother John specifically told me about it a lot, but it's just not one. You know how much stuff I watch, man. I watch a ton of stuff. And for context, because I finished watching Severance night before last, so yesterday while I was at work, I'm just standing there staring at a bit of wall in the distance, completely lost. I'm in a show hole. So I'm like, how do I get out of this? I need something to shake me. I need something. And I can't watch something new while I'm at work. You can't pay attention to it. I work with animals. I'm like sitting there for 11 hours out of the day grooming dogs. So I like to have something playing just to make noise in my ear for the most part. So I turned on Lost. Burned through 8 episodes of Lost season 1 yesterday, bro. I can't start shrinking when it's something that I would want to look at to see the performances, pay attention to for the story. And then when I get home, it's hard to squeeze in R-rated stuff. So I'm very limited on that already. I got lucky. I was off for 3 days this past weekend. So I managed to binge and stay up late and watch all of Severance. It was amazing. I want to watch Shrinking. It's my kind of show and looks to be relevant to my life right now. I wish I knew what it was about. I ain't got no context even that. But yeah. Jupiter's Legacy. Fantastic, by the way, in case y'all forgot. Let's see. Get down here. Oh, another one. Another great reprint today. Batman Adventures number 12. Everyone knows this one. The first appearance of Harley Quinn in comic books. The character originally first was created and premiered on the Batman animated series television show. She was so popular and so well received that they added her to the comic books. Started out in the animated series comic book itself in issue number 12. Famous cover. If you don't have the original one, it is a pricey book. So this is your opportunity to get one at a great price. If you haven't read it, you should get it and read it. Know what's inside those comic books without ever having to put any mileage on the expensive ones. That's where these reprints of these keys come in real handy. That's why I don't understand some of the stuff that when they're reprinting just random filler issues. I would never understand that concept. Or like when the NFT market is making these NFTs and doing these NFT drops of books that aren't high desire keys. Like that just blows my mind too. You got to drive that market. You got to get people excited. And this is one that does it. This is definitely one to do it. Let's go. Boom. Don't have no music with this one, but we do have House of L Comics gets a Superman. Add one Whatnot book you did last night. Add one Whatnot book you did last night. I need some more context. What happened on Whatnot last night? And Fringe. Oh, that was cool. Dude, it was cool seeing the actor from Fringe in Severance. Yeah, Fringe was cool. It's like modern day X-Files. I say modern day, but it's been years now. Loss of a loved one and grief, but funny. Oh, okay, yeah. See, I'm not familiar with what Shrinking's about. Fringe was great. Yes, it was. I love me some Harley Quinn. Mickey 17 Centers Minecraft not going to be a success for Warner Brothers. Sad to say this. Minecraft is going to be a huge success, homie. Mickey 17, I don't believe so, because it's too quirky. That's an indie movie concept that they just put into what looks like a bigger budget. I think Sinners is going to do fairly well. Minecraft is going to be massive for just watch. And we're about a month out from Minecraft. When does Sinners drop? That's one that I'm super excited to see. But those are my predictions. For those three. I think Mickey 17 isn't going to do anything. If we still lived in a world of physical media where studios can gamble more with films and they can make money on the back end, and films have the opportunity to find an audience after the fact and build that following that sells stuff in perpetuity for a long time, Mickey 17 might be okay. But we don't live in that world. Sinners, I think, is going to do well. I think it's going to do really well, especially it should have a pretty low budget comparatively. Minecraft is going to do gangbusters. Minecraft is at such a unique time as well. It's coming out in April, and I only remember it because it's during the Augusta Nationals golf tournament, the Masters. So that means that I'm not going to be the one to be able to take my kids to see it. Pops is going to be taking them. My mom's going to be taking them. My son is 7, and he's been like pining for that movie for months. Minecraft is going to do gangbusters. I bet that's going to be a massive one. Love this facts. The key being so high dollar. Oh, the reprint? Reprint. Definitely a reprint. $3.99 written on the cover right there. Now they got the DC Bullet back. They sure do look good. The uniform of the DC Bullet across the company is fan-flipping-tastic.
More blood. Go get it.
Big shout out to Deadman Comic Cover Show with a $2 super chat just so someone can win more. Hey, it can be you. Dale said one more super chat. Now let me remind everybody what I'm giving away today. For today's new DC books, we've got the Swamp Thing 37 reprint featuring the first appearance of John Constantine. Gorgeous cover. One of the coolest Swamp Thing covers. Yellow looks so good. The green pops. And then we have Aquaman issue number 3, that gorgeous Mira variant. And I always butcher names on here, and I apologize. It's my southern tongue just doesn't do names too well, but it's Tula Lote, I believe. Tula Lote. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but I'm pronouncing it how it's spelled too, with a southern tongue. But Tula Lote Mirror is just flipping gorgeous. Gorgeous book. Boom, we got more super chats rolling in. Everybody hitting it. They said, let's expand that giveaway. What clip are we going to go with? And let's hit the big fight. Big shout out to David with $2 saying, let's go. And Evil Mike's Comics saying, I'll be the tip. I just noticed it's just Evil's Comics. Man, I'm still going to call you Evil Mike. It sounds good. Kevin Davis, what's going on? Folks was never going to accept a black man as Captain America. They didn't in the comics either. I don't think it's a matter of a black man being Captain America. It's a matter of just Steve Rogers is an established character. I can't think of a time when it's really worked when you take like the character's establishment really plays into it. You look at Mr. Terrific, who's about to be in the Superman movie, huge following, surprisingly huge following for not an A-list character. I'm a big fan of Mr. Terrific. His ties to the JSA help out a lot with that. He's been in the CW shows, and most people don't even know he's the second one. He's not the original one. Terry Sloan is the original Mr. Terrific from the Golden Age into the Silver Age. It wasn't until the Modern Age and Michael Holt become Mr. Terrific 2. But he's more popular than the Golden Age one. Terry Sloan just didn't have the following. You can't take Captain America and put Bucky in the costume and think he's going to win over the hearts of and minds of America like Steve did. You can't do it with Sam Wilson. It doesn't work in the comics. It's not going to work in the movies. It's already been tested. There's been other Captain Americas, a lot of them. None of them work. Steve Rogers is what people want. I think that's my take on it. It's like that with everything. Pick a staple character, and let's pretend for a second what would happen if you changed out who it is. It just doesn't work. People don't go to the movies to see Chris Evans. They go to the movies to see Steve Rogers, and so if you take away Steve Rogers, they won't care about Chris Evans, or they won't care about whatever other actor you put in there to hand him the shield. It's just what it is. I will say that Sam Jackson's Nick Fury is the only one I can think of. Yeah, who literally in the comic books, Mark Miller that was writing Ultimates. They had that whole scene in there when the Ultimates were sitting around talking about who would play us in the movies. They pegged Steve Buscemi to play Banner. They pegged Freddie Prinze Jr. to play Stark, and Sam Jackson to play Nick Fury. That was all intentional, planned out and scripted out. That did good. Worked out good. And again, Nick Fury's not an A-list character. He wasn't until the MCU. I mean, Nick Fury's been around. He's been a part of stuff, but he was never an A-list character. He's not a Captain America, an Iron Man, a Spider-Man. Miles is a good one, but that's not a replacement character. That's a totally separate character. Miles, man, you ask my kids, hey, who's Spider-Man? Miles, that's their Spider-Man. They love him. Don't get the need for swapping anything. Dude, I think it's fun. I think it's fun for limited storytelling aspect, but you always want to get back to the foundation, like it's good for a story, but you try to just usurp the status quo, and like it's not the same. It's not the same. Families will go see Disney live action in theaters no matter what critics and audience say. Mufasa made $700 million. Nice. The Little Mermaid didn't perform very well for some reason. Yeah, $569 million should be a massive hit, but man, Disney has a budget issue. Kind of blows my mind. But yeah, Captain America 4 tanked super hard. Less than $400 million so far on that inflated budget that they lied about their budget when they didn't want to report it until the day of release, when they saw the weekend numbers coming in. They're like, let's say that our budget is whatever numbers are coming in this weekend. That was crazy. And it's funny how many people believe that and then started repeating it. Hey, look, it made its money back. It had a budget of 180. It made 300. Yo, they don't keep all that intake from the box office. What is going on? The Adventurous One is here. Good to see you, homie. All in One Nerd Show. What is up, homie? Yep, making it, doing good. Everyone start dropping that hashtag. We only got a few more minutes. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, man. I need to hit you up. I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Let's get this giveaway going. Drop that hashtag. We hit the super chat goal. We did it. So, stuff. I got stuff. All right? That's how it goes. Yeah, I got stuff around here somewhere. Books. Hot dang, found them. So I ran by Ollie's to grab more Ollie's packs, and they had two different kind, and this was all they had were these four, because some patron, some shopper, some friend of Ollie's went in there and opened all the other ones and left the floppy book just laying out behind other stuff. So we got four unopened Ollie's packs. So whoever wins the giveaway today gets the two books featured for the new comic releases, which is the Aquaman 3 name that I can't pronounce properly variant, and the beautiful Swamp Thing 37 reprint. Plus, you get to pick Ollie's pack or collected volume. So I picked up some books. So you can pick a character, Aquaman, Batman, Superman, or Swamp Thing, and I'll pull one of these collected volumes and throw in with the prize. So Ollie's pack or trade paperback. So you can either run your odds on an Ollie's pack, because you never know what publisher, what era, what year that those will come from, or you can grab an actual collected volume and get a lot of reading in for either Aquaman, Batman, Superman, or Swamp Thing. I got some choices there. Some choices. Let's see. Share screen, giveaway. That's the one. Let's see, and then add to stream. Add to stream. Hot dang, there it is. There it is. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. Everyone dropping that hashtag. Everyone get it in there. Falcon didn't like being the Falcon, so he became Captain. I could imagine Flash not wanting to be the Flash and grabbing Bruce's suit and rocking Batman. What's going on, Kyle? Good to see you in here. It's been a minute. I've been having to catch everyone on the rewind. Check the mail pile. Yeah. Dude, I got I bought my wife a new purse and I sat it right down here in the mail pile and just let it sit here. And she comes in here and talks to me this and that. She's been standing there, has no clue. She just assumed it was just more mail. Very funny. I let her open it last night. What is Ollie's? It's a store that has like everything, including an awesome book section. They're in the Southeast. It's what is it called? A chain, a store, a chain. But they get a lot of like stuff before it goes back to warehouses and stuff. So everything's typically a little bit cheaper, but they had everything there. From electronics to rugs, to books, to toys, home goods, everything. It's awesome. Ollie's is awesome. Some JA, you mean, decided to steal good comics out of the back? Probably. What is going on, Retroverse? Good to see you in here, homie. Book Off is our Ollie's in Cali then. There you go. That mirror image looks like Raquel Welch. Yeah. What was that movie? 10,000 Years BC? She was a looker. Like Big Lots, but with graphic novels. There you go. What's going on, Circumstances? Good to see you in here, homie. Oh, you're getting to experience the struggle that I have with the Sunday show that I do at Weeks In. It counter programs whatever big show is on HBO at the time. And now you're like counter programming Daredevil. So that's it. I thought about that last week. I was watching Daredevil. I'm like, I wonder what Marcus is doing right now. Thought about you. Didn't go check, but I want you to know I thought about you. That's what counts. All right, so many people are in the giveaway. Looks like we got 23 entries in there. So I hope everybody got it in there. We're about to spin this thing. The way it works is if you are a channel member, it's free shipping worldwide. If you are not a channel member, it's free shipping in the US only. And if you win, you can either prize tag somebody or you can hit me up and you can pay the difference in shipping. I'll give you a shipping credit. So that's how that works. Good luck to everybody. And after we draw the winner, let me know if you want the story or the pack, the collected story. I need to know what character or the Ollie's pack. So let's go. And then we'll also draw the cards. Since we're early, Monkey's not here to draw the cards, so I'm going to have to be the one to do it. So let's get these cards ready. Winner is the adventurous one, Joseph Michael. You want an Ollie's pack or do you want a collected volume of Aquaman or Batman or Superman or Swamp Thing? You can pick one of those 4 characters or Ollie's. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice. Pulling the trading cards here. See, we got first card up. You got Speedy, fantastic one from the DC Cosmic Card Series. You got Modern Age Superman. And you got Golden Age Flash Jay Garrett. So those 3 cards are going in with your giveaway, sir. Where's Joe at? Where's he at? What do you want? Ollie's pack or one of the characters? Don't say score goal. Say what you want. You got the bonus prize. I need to know what you want. Not score goal. Do you want Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Swamp Thing, or an Ollie's pack? Pick one. Pick one, Joe. Needs to know. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, congratulations to Joe. I'm going to count to 10, then I'm going to pull one for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First person to put a number 1 through 4 in the chat is picking for Joe. Go 1 through 4. Drop a number. Do. He wants Ollie's to have 4. Going with 4. Boom. Everyone went 4. Pulling the fourth one in the box there. All right. Big shout out to Joe. Congratulations. I got to get to Finn's school at 12:30 on the dot. Thank you, everybody. Joe, I got your address, but I'll probably message you to verify it. Hope everyone has a good day. Go pick up some Booksmart, some fantastic stuff out there. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion. Peace.